A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today is our 252nd chapter meeting. And this is also our last chapter meeting of this year. And this brings us to our theme, which is called Let Go to Grow. When I say let go to grow, I think, can I let go of these glasses? It's when I look at my sheet without glasses, I can't read. If I put on this glasses, I can't see you guys correctly. So next time, if I read your name and then shake hands with someone else, please blame it on my glasses. So today's agenda is split into three main segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, where we have 4 prepared speakers. The second segment is going to be impromptu speaking or table talks, which will be managed by Vinny. The third segment is called better listening or project evaluations. We have 4 evaluators who will be evaluating our prepared speech speakers. To begin, I would like to invite everyone to share what it means to you when I say let go to grow. You don't have to say that you want to let go of your glasses, but you can share something that you might have thought that over this year, when I started this year, I had certain plans. And now that we have come to the end of this year, I somewhere missed the goal. And now if I look at it, it has become something that I couldn't manage or couldn't finish. So it's time to let it go so that you can move on. And every month in our chapter meeting, we start from this year. Maybe today we can start this side.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Henry. Let go to grow. For me, I thought about letting go of watching my weight because I'm trying to grow my baking skills, which I'm going to talk about later on in the speech. So that's basically to follow my bliss and become a happy person. So I have to let go of watching my weight so closely and just grow my happiness.
Okay. And then make some more cakes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. There's still this.
Hello everyone, I am Jayasri. I am from Rambagiri Toastmaster. For me, let go to grow would be something I would say. Recently, I have been working on multiple projects, but because I am trying to complete my level 2 in Toastmasters, I am more focused on Toastmasters public speaking preparations and letting go my projects, which I can focus on later on. So that's what is about. That's my mom.
Okay. Yes, indeed.
So I'm Cindy. Sorry, I didn't manage to finish.
So the theme is called Let Go to Grow. And do you think something that you started off this year as that, okay, I want to achieve this as a goal for this year, but you didn't manage to do it, and if you want to share something that you didn't manage to finish it. Yeah, or anything that you want to let go of, let go of something that helps you overcome something.
I think I need to let go of it. Can I do it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. The pen on.
Hello everyone. I think let go to grow is when you keep holding on to something you can't change and grow as a better person. But if you let go and you grow and you become a better person, that is the true beauty and you can actually see yourself evolving. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Zephyr, the secretary at Whampoa Club. I think for me, letting go to grow means letting go of the past friendships that didn't serve me. For example, I have some friends who I didn't really feel comfortable enjoying hanging out with anymore. So I started to let them go to find better companions to do my journey with. So that's what letting go means for me.
Hi, I'm Alicia Chia. I'm the immediate past president of Whampoa Toastmaster Club. To me, letting go, I thought about this quite some time. And I felt I wanted to let go of myself. Oh, very interesting. Let go of myself because I want to become the better person. So I've thought through the past few months what I'm going to do because January is coming, right? So everybody's setting new goals and new resolutions. Not that I hate myself or anything like that. I always like to have harness this growth mindset. And so I decided I'm going to let go of all my bad habits, revamp myself, and have a better start and a improved version of myself next year. Yeah, that's me letting go of myself. Back to you. Back to you, Toastmaster Dave.
Yeah, Vincent.
Enchanting afternoon, everyone. My name is Vincent. I'm from Kent Hill Toastmasters Club. The one thing that I really love to let go is my belly fats. I want to
Can't see you.
covered right now. It's very small tangent in the sense that weight is one thing, but I think to me, belly fat is another. This is one occasion where I was at the gym with another colleague, and the moment, sometimes at the gym, there'll be those machines that can measure your fats. So I look pretty normal, right? But the moment when my gym friend actually looked through my report, it was actually Vincent, that visceral fat level, which is inside your body, is 9. The moment it is 9 and above, it means that you have a very high chance of getting heart attack down the road. So that really made an impression on me, and I told myself I need to start to let go of these benefits. Okay.
Right. Vincent, I have the same goals. Order of things are different scales. You would to let go of keeping a watch?
Yeah, I'm letting go of you a watch. I used to watch it and let go of the fat, but now I'm going the opposite direction and pick more stuff.
So yeah, I'm going to follow his path.
No, maybe you can taste my cakes next time.
Oh,
I'll keep your mind.
That's my strength. As you can see. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
Guys. I'm Edward. I'm from Kashkan, Toastmaster Club, same as I know you. Okay. Probably I have a different direction. I let go of my money to grow myself, to invest in myself, and that's where I sign up for courses. Yeah. Probably this is the most mundane point out there that everyone has to really invest in themselves. But this is something that the young Edward will not understand. Because when they spend $100 in probably, let's say in the summer vacation or something, you would rather spend this few $100 on games or entertainment that will really entertain, keep you fun, give you fun, and rather than invest in yourself. But now having joy, really learn myself and really grow myself. That's where I find myself being maybe more mature and then losing the fun. So I probably the one that I let go is not money, but the fun part of me to grow myself. Thank you.
Very well said. EP?
Yeah, also afternoon, Toastmasters and friends. I'm from Unity Advanced International Club and also another club called Singapore International Toastmasters. What do I want to let go? I think the talk is well, and that's why everyone is looking at this topic now. To me, yes, I love to eat. I am not a fussy eater, only fussy about certain things, but I need to let go of a lot of carbs.
Oh no.
Not that I a lot to me, it's not a lot because I don't really like cakes, you see.
Oh.
I don't like cakes in general, but I like rice, buns, and all that. And some vegetables that people say, hey, these are people considered carb, like the brinjals, it's very hard for me. So I have to let go of some of this food in order to look for a beautiful shape. This is my, in one of my speech, it is my intended visualization of life in the short term, medium, and long term. Okay, so exercise, have a nutritious food, and look for a beautiful body shape. So I must let go of the things that help me to nullify my desires. Let go of such foods is what I'm doing. So because everyone knows and the sugar, too bad.
A lot of focus on health. Now that the new year is coming. Destiny.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jasri, a member of the Whampoa Toastmaster Club. I would like to let go of anxiety and grow in public speaking stuff from today. Thank you.
Yeah.
Doctor everyone, I'm here from Whampoa Toastmaster Club. For let go, actually I believe we need to always have a let go mindset. Whenever you need to grow, you must let go something first because growth needs some space. So if you don't let go something, which means some old habit, old belief or old thinking or mindset still in your space. So you don't have enough space for the new thing to come in. So for me, every day I will have a let go mindset. It's like if I want something new in my life, what I can let go. Like rubbish, if I put all the rubbish in my room, I don't have space for the new clothes or new things to come in. So before you welcome the new things, let go something you don't want and something hold you back. Then you will have different mindset and have different version to welcome the new things.
Why you letting go of? Why you letting go of?
I think it's the mindset about accepting something happens, accepting something you cannot control, let them go. And sometimes a lot of things we don't accept, we cannot control these things. We still want to control it. So that's why we're still in the same phase. When you're accepting, I'm accepting you can go. Then you never auto change to another mindset. I welcome new things to come in. Yeah, so this is how I talk to myself. If you really want something to come into your life, must let go first. Don't let go, don't have new things to come in. Thank you.
Round of applause for everyone. Very well said, Benny. The new year is coming and we will have new goals. In order to have those new goals in our life, we need to let go of anything that we think has, we haven't managed to achieve some of the goals that this year. And what is it that maybe if we keep thinking about it, then we will not have new goals and we will keep it in our brain. There will be no space for the new things. Moving on, I would like to invite Rina, who is our acting president today, to give the opening speech. Zafrina is member of Whampoa Toastmaster for more than 3 years now and currently part of the leadership team and the Vice President of Education. In her own words, I would like to introduce in her own words, she says, currently I'm taking on interest in traveling, arts, piano, and baking brownies. Personally, I love baking. I've been baking brownies for my family and relatives, and I've now expanded to taking orders for home deliveries for functions and parties, even for Toastmasters meeting. If you'd like to hear me play the piano, just reach out. We can hang out and brownies included.
Okay, come on.
Please give a warm welcome to Zahid.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Welcome to our last chapter meeting of 2025. Today's theme is letting go of the doubts, letting go of the fears, and grow our confidence, and also to grow our courage. Today we choose to learn from our mistakes and also move forward, embrace the growth and success. Today we have prepared speech segment, table topics, evaluation, and now I will give time back to BCE or PMD for today.
With this, we would like to move on to our first segment, which is the better speaking segment, and we have 4 speakers today. The first speaker is a member of Whampoa Toastmasters Club. She is a rejoined member and she works as a finance and HR professional in a non-profit organization. Her topic is called Reading as Healing. Speaker is Jesse. I would like to invite Ivan to read out the purpose of the project.
The purpose of the project is to learn and review basic methods for writing speech. Define purpose and present well-organized speech on any topic. Good luck.
Yeah, before we start the speaking, before we start the project, I would like to invite our timeline to read out the timing of this topic.
Yeah, so the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. The 5-minute mark, the green card will be shown. At the 6-minute mark, the yellow card will be shown. At the 7-minute mark, the red card will be shown. And at 7:30, the bell, indicating that the timing sequence is up.
So, just reading as we read.
Welcome everyone. When you hear the word healing, what do you think of? You think of in the office, the doctor's office, or as a meditation from a function. But today I'd like to present you the healing as reading for, especially for this encouraging book, how to stop worrying and start living. Reading is a sacred space for mental clarity. I passed the recent holiday I went with my children. We check for the reviews. There are reviews they need to prepare the clothes. So we prepare the clothes. When we reach there, the first day of the itinerary, they say we are going to climb up the mountain till the 4,000 meters above the high sea level. We didn't prepare for that part, so we started panic. How are we going to survive from the Iceland sickness? So I think during the time we just at first I was panic. And then I will think back. I use the technique of how to stop worrying. And we listen to how the tour guide to guide us. So we use the oral liquid from at the bottom of the mountain. So at the middle of the mountain, another pill and another liquid. So throughout the journey of climbing up the mountain, we are survived. So we reach the highest part of the mountain. There is a five-color pole of the parent mountain. It's different color of each pole. So we really feel that it's instead of worrying, and we just go through the aesthetic that I just really said, aesthetic, and enjoy the journey. So we learn from the books, whatever the country say, just how you stop worrying, but we put into practice like how we are going through the journey. And in the end, we really enjoy the itinerary, enjoy the trip. And second, the reading provides perspective and ultimate and speed. So when we are trapped in our own worries, the feel like always we trapped in here, we cannot trapped in the past, trapped in the worry about the tomorrow. So what we are doing is live in the current moment. Like today we're here to prep. I'm here to practice. And during some of the time we worry too much. At the beginning of this year, we do a New Year resolution. What is this year's resolution for me? I set a record that's doing reading for 100 books. I think, well, I have never set such target, a goal for reading 100 books. So I think it's impossible. But a group of my friends, they did. They say it's really impactful if you follow this track. So I did it. When I do the reading for the first 6 months, I just read 3 books. And for until now, today I finished 50 books. We are coming to the end of the year, so it's still another halfway. But as reading for healing, this part, I think, is a compliment to myself. At this, I didn't hit the highest goal, but I hit halfway through. I healed the worries. I stopped the worrying. I heal myself, especially when there's anxiety, like worries. I can pick up the notes from the book, so I can be calm down. Otherwise, like when my first presentation here, I will be shaking. I will be reading notes. Although I'm shaking now, but can see I'm more calm from my second speech. So I hope that through the reading, slowly, progressively healing myself, and I can improve from the public speaking here. So the oral is halfway through of my target. Next year resolution to complete the next 50 books goal. And I think the third part is reading is active therapy, not passive consumption. It's a continuous when I through my past holiday. Yes, I have set this goal. I need to read 100 books during this year, although I cannot complete 100 books, but I do it every day, daily, every morning. When that is possible, I do a reading apart. When we are on the bus, I read a bit. Every day I have a reading habit to complete this. And when I feel that is ask myself, what is when there is a worst scenario, I ask myself, what is the worst could happen if in this situation? And when I come to use the book as a healing, I will say, if I am able to accept the worst situation, then how can I deal with it? So through the reading as healing, so I would like to say, just pick up a book, open it, begin, and not just reading, but healing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jaspreet. So if you want to calm yourself, then read more books. Moving on, our next speaker is Shy Joe. That's how he wants to be called. Shy Joe. I don't think he's shy. So Shy Joe is a new member of Toastmasters to Club. He has done 3 projects as he resumes his Toastmasters journey with the 12th Toastmasters Club. He is very impressed by the TMC community and is inspired to develop his speaking skills further. His speech topic is Shokunin Kishitsu. Shokunin Kishitsu, the craftsman spirit. Before that, I would like to invite Alicia, his evaluator, to give it to speak about his purpose of his speech.
It was also a day. The purpose of the project is to practice applying feedback and to serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. Purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. So good luck to you, Toastmaster Shijo. That's pronounced correct. Shijo. Nice. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster.
So Shakunin Kisitsu, very interesting topic. Shakunin Kisitsu, the craftsman spirit, and the speaker is Shijo George.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm Shijo George. The easy way to remember my name is to think of a very shy Joe who's not shy. Okay. I have been in Singapore for the past 18 years, and my wife did her PhD from Japan. And then she worked in a Japanese company for 18 years. And for the first time, a few months back, I went to Japan. Now, when I went to China for the first time, I was amazed by the scale. And in Japan, I was impressed by their ability to look at the details. It was incredible. And that is what makes me come and talk about the craftsman spirit. And the Japanese have a word for it. It's called Shokunin Kishitsu. Shokunin is the craftsman, and the spirit is what I'm going to talk about. So we don't have the videos. Okay, no problem. So what happened was when I went to Japan, I went into a toilet, okay, and under the men's urinal, there was a drop of liquid, just a drop of liquid, and it was a very difficult spot, but there was one. And there was this man who came like a CEO and looked at the drop, and with his hand, he just rubbed it. I was mortified. Can you imagine somebody cleaning a urinal liquid with his hands? And he was doing it with a amount of dedication, which is very hard to explain. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you a video of something similar. I hope you can see this. Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you guys to pay attention to the way he puts his hand into the urinal and cleans it and looks into each and every angle with a glass. Okay? And then when a person comes in, he goes out with a lot of respect and stands and waits. Okay? So I'm going to stop here. The idea of Shokunin Kishitsu is this: the idea of craftsmanship, the excellence, the attention to detail, taking so much pride. If you look at the gentleman, he was doing it as if his life depended on it. And that's exactly what I saw when I was in that particular toilet, looking at the gentleman cleaning it with a pride that I've not seen senior folks in organizations. It was a mind-blowing experience. I was completely blown. Now, what happens is I am going to, can we have a presentation? Presentation. Okay, no worries. So this is the word. I'm going to work like this, if that's okay. This is the word, Shokinin Kishitsu. And the idea that I want to leave with you is that right now, this craftsman spirit in Japan is proving to be a liability for it. Can you imagine why? Anyone? Let me tell you. Craftsmanship is about doing the same thing repeatedly. And progress is about inventions, breaking the norms. Mastery, when you achieve mastery over something, it becomes slightly difficult for you to change. And the Japanese society has a great respect for excellence. And as a result, they are also have a very rigid hierarchy, which makes innovation that much more difficult. So in the olden way of doing things, where the technical excellence was what mattered, the Sonys of the world made great Walkmans and televisions and dominated the world. But today, the television and the Walkman is becoming less important. The dots are becoming less important. And what is important are the people who can connect the dot and create value, like an ecosystem or a platform. Take, for example, Netflix or Spotify. Both these companies are dominant, but they do not have any devices. And that is the magic of what the rest of the world is doing. Now, there's another word called Shokinin Katagi. I don't know if you guys see it, but the characters in Japanese is exactly the same. So the idea that I want to share or highlight is that if you have skill, it can be like a double-edged sword. It can help you achieve excellence, but it can also inhibit you from change. I'll give you an example right here in Singapore. Singapore has one of the best waste management systems in the world. So if you go, there is a dustbin every few hundred meters, and it's so convenient. But what is the flip side? We produce about 4 kilos of garbage every day per person in Singapore. In comparison, if you go to Japan, there is no garbage bin. You can walk the whole day without seeing a single garbage bin. So Singapore's good legacy has now become a constraint which makes us difficult to change our waste management practices. So what I want to leave you with is that real growth is possible when we combine the spirit of craftsmanship and respect of the legacy. So Singapore and Japan, thankfully, if you look, they have deep expertise. And with the deep expertise, much is possible. So let's keep our minds open and work on our craft, and magic will happen. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Our next speaker is Jayasthi Anandan. Her speech title is "You Can Start from Anywhere." I would like to invite our evaluator, Zafar, to read out our purpose of the speech.
The purpose of this project is for the members to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how to use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech.
Before moving to her speech, I'd like to say a few things about Jayasthi. Jayasthi is someone who wears many creative hats. Jayasthi Anandan is a digital marketing consultant at Digital Jayasthi, where she helps B2B businesses grow online through SEO-driven content strategies. She is also a published author and mentor, guiding aspiring and emerging digital marketers to build thriving careers. Beyond that, she hosts a marketing podcast where she interviews experts from around the world, helping businesses and professionals make smarter marketing decisions. You can start from anywhere. Jayasthi Anandan.
I was sitting at home, staring at my laptop, not at a rejection email, but at something far more painful. Silence. No calls, no interviews, no opportunities. And when the emails did arrive, they sounded the same. Dear candidate, your experience is impressive, but we have decided to move forward with another candidate who closely matches the requirement. Raise your hand if any of you have experienced it. Yeah? 6 years of work experience and engineering degree my parents spent so much money on, and there I was in a new country, feeling invisible. In that silence, a thought whispered, is this really the life I'm meant to live? A life where I felt stuck, a life tied to one location, a life where my career didn't excite me because it wasn't meaningful. That moment, I chose to believe you can start from anywhere. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let me take you back to my 6-year journey in India. I worked in different roles: sales coordination, project coordination, trade marketing, and public relations. On paper, it looked impressive, but every day felt the same. 9 to 5 grind, no flexibility, office politics, and no growth. So, when I came to Singapore, it didn't get better. Interviewer politely said, your profile is strong, but we need to prioritize local candidates. Each reply felt like a tiny drop in my heart. At first, I felt I was stuck, not just in my career, but in a different country. Then I realized I wasn't really stuck. I was simply unskilled for the life I truly wanted. Back in my PR job, I used to read newspapers. One word kept jumping at me: digital marketing. I got curious. I started reading about it after finishing my work. One day, my boss noticed. He smiled and told his super boss. Weeks later, HR emailed me for digital marketing training. I thought it was a mistake. So I went to the HR and said, hey, it seems that we have sent this to the wrong person. She said, no, your super boss recommended you. That moment gave me confidence. Fast forward to 2020, when I moved to Singapore. My previous experience didn't matter. All doors seemed closed. That was the moment I decided to take a leap and fully commit to digital marketing. Taking a leap felt great. Living it was terrifying. I attended live courses, classes that ended at 1 a.m., sometimes even at 4 a.m., so that I could ask questions to my mentors. But learning alone wasn't enough. I needed real world experience. So, while people of my age were becoming managers, I became an intern. I took 3 online internships at once while earning a small stipend. There were days my confidence collapsed. I questioned myself. Had I made a terrible mistake? And even my body felt it too. Typing for hours slowly broke my body before it built my career. One morning, my arm simply refused to move. I couldn't lift a cup. I couldn't tie my hair. And clicking laptop key felt like someone driving a needle into my tennis elbow. Through all those sleepless nights, pains, and doubts, one thing that kept me going was fear of missing out, not on fun, but in my career if I don't try it now. Slowly, things changed. One internship became a long-term role. Then I got my first project. Then I got my second project. I built my portfolio piece by piece and eventually worked with 30 plus clients across 9 countries. I published a book on digital freelancing for women at home. I mentored people globally across 23 countries. I launched a podcast, Future JSD Show, interviewing marketing leaders across the world. I didn't wait for the job market to choose me. I learned a skill that made me impossible to ignore. So, my friends, maybe you are stuck in a draining job, searching for a direction, restarting after a career break, or someone wondering if your chance has missed. But here's the truth. Your future is in your hands. If you want to build a meaningful career, start with one simple step. Learn a skill that gives you freedom. For me, it was digital marketing. That doorway that took me from rejections to opportunities, from feeling invisible to building a meaningful career. For you, it could be something else. Whatever it is, choose it, learn it. And your new journey begins with one brave decision, the decision to start. And when you start getting that decision, remember, no matter where you are, you can start from anything. That's the start.
A lot of hustling there, Steve.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can start from anywhere if you want to. If you want to start something, you can start. If you want to start something new, you want to start, or you're waiting for something to start, then maybe this is the right time. Moving on, so we have the last speaker of this segment, Henrian. Henrian has been in Toastmasters for almost 5 years and just joined Whampoa Toastmasters Club to start something new. And this year alone, he has picked up 2 new skills, baking and homemade ice cream. Clearly, he believes growth should be balanced, occasionally sweet, and sometimes measured not just in confidence, but also in waistline expansion. But before we move to Henrian, I would like to invite his evaluator, Vincent, to give an introduction to his speech, purpose of his speech.
Sure. There are 2 purposes to this particular project. The first is for Hendren to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring, and the second is for him to share some aspect of a previous experience as a prodigy. Looking forward to your speech, Hendren.
I picked a fight with my mentor. That's the speech title. And it's bad. Let's not get
Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guest, have you ever picked a fight with your mentor?
Never.
Last weekend, I did.
Oh.
A close friend, Rebecca, challenged me. She asked, I used to have a favorite dessert as a child. Can you recreate an Austrian apple strudel? I said, yes. Too quickly, too confidently. I had never made one. I had never touched filo pastry. I had never stood in a shop and asked, red apples? Green apples? Sweet? Sour? I wasn't worried because I had a plan. I have a phone. I held it up like a sacred object up in the air, and I said, ChatGPT, guide me to make the best, tastiest apple strudel ever. ChatGPT confidently, like, absolutely. At that moment, I felt I was unstoppable. I had mentor right in my hands, on my phone. Now, Toastmasters define mentoring as a relationship where someone more experienced shares knowledge and provides a map. My mentor did exactly that. Clear steps, confident tone. It reduced my fear. I had the map. I trusted the map. I followed the map. I followed through instructions, line by line. In the kitchen, it was calm, orderly, professional, until I opened up a filo pastry. Took out a bit of the dough. It was cold, stiff. I didn't know that I have to wait for it to thaw. The map said, unfold. It did not say, wait. So I followed through and unfolded, and it broke. Not gently, not softly, it shattered. I could feel steam rising up through my chest. My jaw clenched, and I shouted at my phone, I followed the instructions. Why did it fail? That was the moment I picked a fight with ChatGPT. ChatGPT calmly said, I'm sorry. I do not have hands. And at that moment, the steam in me stopped rising because I realized I was picking a fight with software. My shoulder drooped, the kitchen went silent. And that was the moment I learned the most important lesson on mentoring. The mentor gave me a map, but it couldn't feel the stiff cold dough in its ends, the step to unfold. It couldn't feel frustration. It couldn't stand with me. That part was mine. That was the moment when I realized that was the edge that the mentor could not take me any further. So this responsibility quietly came back to me. So took up the challenge and said, okay, I asked, so what does that dough mean? I did not ask, what does the map say? So I took up the sandwich dough, bucketed it up, changed the recipe, and by Sunday morning, I made an apple strudel for the first time. I served it to my friend. They took the first bite. He closed his eyes and paused. He smiled and whispered, I could go to heaven now. That joy would not have existed if I had stopped making the dough. So that was a gift to me. Now, fellow Toastmasters, next week, take up a challenge, ask for a guide, get a map, walk through it carefully. And when the map ends, do not stop. Trust your judgment, stay with uncertainty, walk through it. Take responsibility. Finish the journey yourself. Because that moment is when you stop being a protege and become a creator. As the theme for today is let go of the map to grow, becoming a creator. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, the activity has been a mentor, an assistant, co-pilot. Sometimes it is the right direction. Okay, so with this, we have come to the end of this first segment. A big round of applause to all the speakers. And for Shaijo, we couldn't get your video and slides because of some technical reasons. I'm sure it would have been much better if it had worked. So with this, we conclude the first segment, and I would like to invite Serpan to fill out the timeless report.
Jasmine spoke for 7 minutes 22 seconds. Hugo spoke for 6 minutes 55 seconds. Yasti spoke for 6 minutes 28 seconds. And Henjun spoke for 6 minutes 36 seconds. All are eligible for voting.
Okay. So I think I will get the voting. Yeah, that would be
So that's going to be all. It's not really.
we put roles. So I didn't. 5 years is.
Honestly, we reach that stage.
So I don't know. Okay. Okay. While Alisha is getting the voting device, I would like to invite Vinny to continue to next segment, which is called impromptu speaking or table topics. Yeah. So Vinny is our VP membership, and Vinny is a sales professional working for one of the top MNCs in Singapore. and she likes to make everyone.
Happy.
Happy.
Toastmaster for the introduction. I think the introduction, because we need to build up an introduction for him to introduce me, but I do it very last minute. So that's why he's doing impromptu sharing about my background. So before the session, maybe I can do some add-on for my own background. I'm actually working in a fintech, the digital bank for the cross-border payment. So in fact, cross-border payment and in the customer sales too. So and personally I love exercise. I'm outgoing person, so I also enjoy learning new things and explore the world. Okay, so very happy to be doing the table topic master today. This is the very good session. I always enjoy it because I'll be able to have the freedom to choose the topic and have the chance to know each other better from the topics I prepared. So our tip for today is let go to grow. So I have prepared some of the table topic for today, also relevant to today's themes. So I make it very practical to this theme into the table topic session. So I will be able to understand each of you better through the topic I chose. So I will need some volunteer for today to try on this interesting session now. Any volunteer? Anyone? Or should I just pick someone? Have eye contact.
Oh my God. He's not shy, he's not shy.
Okay.
Something certainly up with school.
The typical level, you want which one? 1 to 10. Okay, I choose the. If you could let go one emotion for a week, which would it be and why? If you could let go of one emotion for 1 week, which would it be and why?
Thank you very much. I'm a father of a 12-year-old, and we have a very interesting relationship. We test each other's limits to the maximum. So, as a father, if I have to let go of one emotion, it would be the disciplinarian tendency of mine, where I point out my daughter's shortcomings. I would, as a parent in Singapore, what we tend to do is, if there are 10 things to be done, we focus on the one thing that is missing. We don't appreciate the 9 things that they're doing right. And instead of nurturing them, we often focus all our energies on the shortcomings. And as a result, we end up making them less than what they can. So with that idea, I would say I would want to focus on the 9 things that she's doing right, so that she can be the best version of she is. And I enjoy my parenthood more than I do right now. Thank you very much. That's what
Thank you. Thanks for the sharing. Can I add on the tabletop session? You will have 1 to 2 minutes for the sharing. So our timer is there. So later he will show the green card in 1 minute, yellow card in 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card in 2 minutes. So just watch our timer when you're doing your deliver your speech. And let's welcome our second speaker. Anyone want to try? Everyone? Okay. I'm sure. Today everyone is so shy, but I will take someone. Okay. How does letting go of fear help you try new things? How does letting go of fear help you try new things?
How does letting go of fear help me try new things? So let me tell you the story. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, I can't remember. I was going on an excursion trip with my friend. We were like, let's go bungee jumping. Let's go bungee jumping. 4 boys, what can you do? Nothing can stop us. So that time we went on the bridge. Again, we were like, yeah, we can do it, we can do it. Went to the bridge, like, oh no, scary. Are we going crazy? But being guys with bravado, we wanted to go and chicken out. So we went there to this table. We said, okay, we'll sign up for this thing. So we picked $400 or $300, and then like, no fear, no fear. And it was our turn, like, oh dear, what can we do? Like very scared. And then when it was my turn, I was strapped. And I was thinking, should I back out and lose my $400? But I already paid, so why not? So when I wanted to jump, I jumped, and operator said, wait! Like, oh shit! And then I went down and boom. And that was when I realized having safe, when I could feel the bungee jumping, the rope pull me back. So I learned that to let go of fear is to pay the deposit $400 first. And then you transfer the fear of bungee jumping to losing the money. And then from that, I learned new things. Over to you.
Interesting story sharing.
It's a true story. You're very funny person.
Please take it to a press page next time. It's got more details you want to know. Okay, anyone else? Sabrina, you want to try?
Can I?
Okay. Your topic is share a time when letting go of control lead to an unexpected positive outcome. Share a time when letting go of control lead to an unexpected positive outcome.
When you hold on to something and you want, like for example, you're holding on for you to be a better person, like you force yourself to do everything so perfectly. And every single detail, every single task you want to do really perfectly. And you go about your day, and by the end of the day, you're already very exhausted because you force yourself to be that person, and the force for you is too much to bear. But when you realize that you can do something different about it, and in this time you want to let go of that control, so you let go of it, and the next day you feel that you don't have to have that goal, have that force in you, and you just live freely and just be yourself. And it feels amazing, and you actually feel that positive thing in you, and that free style that you can be yourself anywhere you go without having to be that pressure on yourself. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Sabrina, for the sharing. And maybe you try some, maybe guess. Anyone want to try? You want to try? Let me think. Okay, the topic, share a habit you stopped that make your life better. Share a habit you stopped that make your life better. That's it.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. There are two habits. One habit I have completely left because of my busy routine. Second, I am still working on. The first habit is swimming, which I used to do long time back. and because of the busy schedule, I didn't get a chance to go back and start swimming again. And I want to go back again, but I have other alternatives right now, like running and cardio at home. So that's why I have not prioritized to go back to swimming because I have other alternative healthy options available right now, which I can do at home rather than going somewhere out and spending time there. Second one is reading books. While I have been going to a book reading club on a monthly basis, just to network and also motivate myself to read book because again I don't have time to read because of my projects and stuff. So I pushed myself so that I can go to a book club and read books where we complete one book within half an hour. So there are like 10, 12 people and we have that one in one book, most probably we have 10 12 chapters. So everybody reads one chapter. So that way we are able to complete one book in just 30 minutes. So that's something that I have been exploring. And recently I have started listening to audiobooks through Headway as well, which also helps me doing like instead of listening to music, I listen to audio books, which helps me. So yeah, that's something that one habits to me, which I left, but I want to go back again. And book reading is something that I want to make it consistent. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me choose. Okay. How do you know when is the time to let go of someone or something? How do you know when is the time to let go of someone or something? Actually.
It's very challenging when the time comes to let go of someone that when to let go. For past year, I decided for the relationship, I want to let go of my husband. I found that it's really challenge. And the result here is we decided to go for another counseling. So when we make a decision and come to a solution, and the outcome is we are working on it. Because if you didn't come to a decision, there won't be a solution. So in today here, I think that it will be good. I decided to let go. And throughout the progress, the sessions, the counseling sessions, we realized that during the past 17 years, we let off the coordination for each other. So we are doing come back again for the relationship and doing up. So during this period of time, we come to another stage of the relationship to build up gradually for the second step of a honeymoon period. So that is a good situation of let go of something. Now is to decided to let go of my decision of let go of my husband. In the conclusion, to make our next half period, next half of marriage of life will be better marriage life. Back to you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's the reason why I like Toastmaster to doing the table talk session, because if you ask a good question, you can easy to open someone's heart and make people share their life to you. So I'd like to know each of you better by questions. So let's see any others new friends. You want to try? You want to try? Oh yeah, somebody skip the about the eye contact, so I didn't. Let me see. Vincent,
Can I,
are you free? Or you want to?
can I,
Maybe Vincent.
can I,
Let me take turns. Okay, for you.
hi, can I? Man,
Okay. Have you ever let go of expectations in a friendship What happened? Have you ever let go of expectation in friendship? What happened?
Why did you do that to me? My friend just went blank. For those who have known me, they know me as someone who's quiet, who's very calm, and very patient. But that moment when I slammed that table, everyone in class was in shock. And the best part, it was nothing serious, but a very, very minor thing that happened. What was this minor thing? It is just my friend asking a very silly question. What's the silly question got to do with being angry? That's where I realized it is all about communication. Remember back in the day when we were at school, for myself, I usually keep quiet, probably because I came from a Chinese educated school. And by some stroke of luck, I went to St. Andrews, where the people there, the moment you speak Chinese, they deem you as someone who's idiot. And you, Chinese speaking. Then that was where I started to shut myself. And then, when they realized that I couldn't speak English well, they started to have their own game. And when they want to play with you, instead of playing with you, they make fun of you and they laugh among themselves. And that was where I realized I had enough. When another classmate tried to fun. And it was at that point in time I learned how to speak up. Not at this stage, in such a positive, friendly environment, but being cultivated in an environment where I need to defend myself. And it is very important to learn how to speak up. If not, you never learn how to let it.
For sharing a very motivated story. Okay, I think we still have some time for two more questions. Anyone? Second, question, or maybe someone can help for reference. Let me take a question for you. Okay. What does letting go means to you for your heart, for your mind, and action? What does letting go mean to you for your mind, heart, or action? Yeah.
Fellow Toastmasters, how many of you, when you wake up, there are so many thoughts racing in your head from yesterday that you don't know what to do? Yeah, see, a lot of you share minds.
I didn't go next week, that's all. What do you think about it?
For me, sometimes when I wake up, I'm like, there's so many things I haven't done yesterday. And the previous week, the previous month even, it all comes rushing to me. And I used to feel overwhelmed by not knowing what to do and just being hopelessly lost. Before the day even began, there is one principle that changed everything. It was from a person who is a bit famous. You might have heard of him. He likes to do this.
Oh.
So although he was known for his fighting stuff, he was also very philosophical. One of his principles was about emptying your mind at the start of the day. Just about how we should all empty our cups at the start of the day. Clear your minds and refresh your states. This way, at the end of the day, you're not having any residue from the previous weeks, months, or days. I can start afresh every single day. That is why I started practicing. When I woke up, I would take a few breaths and breathe out my own thoughts and emotions. This way, I'm able to start every day fresh because every day is a new day for a new life and a new beginning. And this is how I let go of the previous days and work. Then back to you.
Coming for the share. We have one more question. Cindy, you want to try? Can I do it? Can I do it here?
Yeah, if he wants to do it, that's
Sure, sure. Then, choose a question. Okay, what is one fear you have let go that helps you grow? What is one fear that you have let go that helps you grow?
The one fear that I have let go and helped me grow was fear itself. Sorry. Growing up with disability, every day is a battle. If I allow fear to take control, then the only thing I will achieve for the day will be to stay at home, bring down my head. The moment that I step out of the door, it's full of uncertainty. My mom is not always by my side because she has a full-time job. So growing up, the moment I step out of the door, I do not know who will be there to present me. My wheelchair break down on the way out. What if it rains? Who will be there to open an umbrella for me? And as I grow, I just get physically weaker. To this point, I don't even know when I will get to drink the next sip of water, but I get to use the washroom and then this goes on. So I think one fear that I let go is fear itself, because if I allow fear to be with me for just a second, then I will have wasted the entire day, the week, or even a year. Thank you.
Level of the fear. I think this is what we need to practice every day. And if you can have the encourage to do such things, your life becomes different. And we have the last question. You want to try? You want to try? I'm very good. Okay, good. Okay. Because I really want to know
Can I try?
the
Can I
new
try?
things and get better to the story. Okay. Okay. What is one mistake at work you have learned from and let go? What is one mistake at work you learn from and let go?
Have you ever made a mistake at work? No?
Many.
You guys are not perfect, just like me. Because as a human being, I make mistakes as well at work. But having mistakes at work, it doesn't really make us human. It makes us even more justifiable of our salary as people. So I was made team lead this year when I got a new job. And during then, I led a team of 6 team members who are inexperienced, who are with probably Gen Z. And I am someone who has more than 10 years of experience. And when I talk to them, there's some things that I really can't really relate with them. I can't gather their culture. I can't gather their hype, what they really are looking for in trend. I can tell them that what the young Edward would have really wanted. I can't really bring them to my perspective. And so this particular person who became my mentor, and this particular person who was my lead itself, came down to help in this situation itself. So he came over to help me to unblock some of my key points. And that led me to be not so stubborn with how I think with my team members. Would you like to know more?
Yes.
Speech. It's a slow yes. But I welcome you to listen more at Churchtown Toastmaster. Thank you very much. Bye.
For sharing. Okay, I think anyone wants to try because we don't have much time. Right? Do you have time? Sure.
One more.
One more. Who? Alicia? Okay, last one.
Yo.
Okay. Why is letting go sometimes harder than holding on? Why is letting go sometimes harder than holding on?
A very good afternoon to acting club president, members and guests. Should I let go or hold on? Well, it depends on the situation. Remember earlier on I said I want to let go of myself. Yes, probably letting go is more difficult than holding on. If you think about it, if you're in a situation of survival, if you suddenly got shipwrecked and you fell to the water and there was a float, you probably have to hold on to it, right? For all your life, you won't let it go. So the answer is that I will hold on to it for my dear life. But letting go is something much more difficult. And if you think about it, letting go is something more internal. It comes from your inner self. So a lot of us have our emotional baggages. And for me, I'm just like all of you, very human, have a lot of things inside. Although I look so calm, inside there's an internal conflict. There's the good and bad, the one that wants to get out and be a better person, or the other one who just wants to be naughty and irritate people. So how do I let go? If I let go, then I'm no longer myself. So sometimes I'm confused. But then I want to be the authentic self. And I have this growth mindset to harness my growth. And so, like our Toastmaster of the day, or rather our table topic master says, in order to grow, you need to let go. And that answers your question. The more difficult thing you need to do is to let go. And then you can overcome all your fears and move forward and have a fresh start to life. Back to you. Table topic master.
Thank you. Thanks for the last speaker. Okay. I want to thanks everyone for the participation for these table topic sessions. Maybe we have a conclusion. Growth doesn't always come from doing it more or adding something in. It often comes from letting it go. So we're talking about just now, let go of some habit, expectation, and also even emotion. So when we believe something, like just in the beginning, I shared, we will have always have more space for the new things. So before we leave the meeting today, maybe I can invite all of you to think about one thing you can let go this week, because today is Saturday. Getting yourself to prepare for the next fresh week. Yeah, this is my progress. It's not like one thing, one thing. No, because you have experienced the whole week, right? So it's the time for you to pause and think what I can let go this week. Then to welcome a refresh and energetic and more have more energy week next week. Yeah. So thank you so much, and back to the cable Toastmaster of the day. Thanks everyone for the question.
So we have come to the end of the second segment. Can we have a timer's report?
Children talk for 1 minute 14 seconds. Adrian 1 minute 40 seconds. Latrina 1 minute 21 seconds. Yasmi 1 minute 51 seconds. Leslie 1 minute 50. Leslie 1 minute 58 seconds. Wilson 2 minute 14 seconds. Jeffrey 1 minute 42 seconds. Cindy 1 minute 19 seconds. Edward 2 minutes 13 seconds. Alicia 2 minutes 19 seconds. All are eligible for voting. So good. Yeah. Okay, wrap up. Yeah. Okay. Want to be done with break.
While the voting is going on, so what is the one thing that you want to hold on, not let go? Anyone wants to share what do you want to hold on to today for your dear life?
If I'm having a tummy ache, I sure want to hold on until I check.
On the express
Same thing.
I put it in the wrong.
It's okay. It's just a
The numbers are okay. So one is Shido, 2 Henry, 3 Latrina, 4 Dusty, 5 Destiny, 6 Vincent, 7 Lutton, 8 Cindy, 9 Edward, and Alicia. You can't go at the wrong one. Can vote on them. Okay, so now we have come to the end of the first section. We'll have a break for 20 minutes and then get back at 4:30. We have 50 questions. Okay, so we have come to the last segment of today's chapter meeting. And this segment is called Better Listening or Project Evaluations. So we have 4 speakers today in the first segment, and we will have 4 evaluators evaluating each of them. Our first evaluator, Edward Lake. who will be evaluating this lead. Edward faces machines and softwares on weekdays. And on weekends, he is friendly and he talks to friendly and heartwarming people in the community. Please welcome Toastmaster Edward Lake.
I just happen to have a book with me. Does everyone want to make a guess that how many books am I on for this year?
100.
100. The higher you go, the more I will like you.
5,000.
Thank you very much for that work. This is my first book that I started this 1 week ago. And I happen to be at page 50, but I don't really like it. Yet, Toastmaster Jerry has read 50 books this year. Good evening, good afternoon, Whampoa Toastmaster and guests, and especially to Toastmaster Jerry. You have chosen reading as building the message behind your speech. And that is a very, very remedy message. And what I got from the message is that you actually is trying to persuade us to read as many books as possible. And from your experience, you have read 50 books, and that is very impressive from a whole personal experience accord. The second good things that I want to mention, the good point about yours, is that your speech has a speech structure. You start with the beginning, body, and then conclusion. And in the body, you have 3 stories to help you to talk about the message itself, to promote the message to us. And using a personal story to help us to relate, so that we can relate to you and connect to us as a human. So you have also listed in the end that the steps to pick up a book itself is just to pick up a book and to open it and begin. And that's something that is very simple for us to follow. But there are 2 things that I want to mention for you to improve your speech. Number 1 is for her to put in more effort in the writing. What I meant is that she has to write a speech in English, because the way that she writes, and what I think is that when I talk to her, she struggles with speaking English. So there were quite a number of words that I felt that she wrote her speech in Mandarin before turning it to English. So like Pasan, Thumb Mountain, 4,000 meters above sea level. And that's where I visualized that climbing mountain doesn't make sense, but the Mandarin words, it makes sense. And 4,000 meters above sea level. And Gaoshan Fanli is something that the altitude sickness is something that you want to talk about in English. So all in all, putting effort in your writing will be the best way for you to pick up. And you have a very good speech structure. All the best for your next speech, JP. Thank you.
I forgot to mention that the timing for this segment is 2 to 3 minutes. In 2 minutes, there'll be green signal, 2.5 minutes yellow, and 3 minutes red. And at 3.5 minutes, there'll be red. Yeah. But yeah, Edward, you are well within the time. Moving on, we have our next speaker who will be evaluating Taijo. Our next speaker is Alicia Chia Lin. Alicia Chia is distinguished Toastmaster in the current immediate past president of Whampoa Toastmasters Club. She is passionate about personal growth. She aspires to harness the growth mindset to fulfill her full potential, like being a saxophone artist. Yeah. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Very good afternoon to Acting Club President, members and guests, and especially to Toastmaster Shai Jo. Today I'll evaluate Shai Jo on two areas. One area is what he did very well, and the other area is where he could do better so that he can grow and develop forward. Now, thank you once again for delivering this speech on Shinkunin Kushitsu. This topic is a very big topic, which can easily become a keynote speech. But Shinju did very well in the sense of he managed to make this topic, simplify it so the audience can understand. How did he do it? He showed us, he took an example of the guy who cleaned the dot, as well as he showed us a video of the craftsmanship. He also used some explanations. He used examples of Sony. He also used Singapore example. All these examples and illustrations and video allowed the audience to further understand this complicated topic of Japanese craftsmanship. Well done. I loved it. And he also used good language to further get the audience engagement, to engage the audience. He used words like mortified, mind-blowing experience. I was completely blown. All these words were very descriptive. And so the audience could further imagine this difficult concept of craftsmanship. On top of it, when he used all these words, there was a lot of emotions he used. So the vocal tone was very good. I could hear his voice going up and the modified look on him. And the other thing he did very well was, as you know, Murphy's Law, anything bad will happen. He actually had a presentation ready for us to watch the video, but we couldn't connect one, so sorry about that. Nevertheless, Toastmaster Shai Jo used his calmness to overcome this, and he used his laptop to show us the slides that he presented and check with the audience. Can you see? So that was good. Most people will panic and then they will get frozen in their speech. But you didn't do that. Now, what can Toastmaster Shai Jo do better? I would recommend that in the introduction that he reenact the scene of the man that cleaned the spot. That would be more interesting. And he can also consider using other visual aids like a whiteboard to write the Japanese words. So you don't need to have complicated slides, just simple. So with that, I love the speech you had.
Yeah. Carry on.
You made the topic simplified, use good language with good vocal tonage to make us feel your speech, and you handled Murphy's Law well. But if you could reenact the first scene as well as use other simplified visual aids, your speech will be even better. So back to you, Toastmaster.
Moving on, so we'll have the next evaluator will be evaluating Jay's speech. You can start from anywhere. Our next evaluator is called Zepan, or he likes to call himself Z. The Z is a skilled software engineer, DBS, delivering robust, innovative solutions in a fast-paced financial technology environment. Beyond his technical expertise, he brings creativity and discipline to his passion for dancing, balancing analytical skills with artistic expression. Over to you, Sarkar.
Good afternoon, acting president, Toastmasters, and guests. Yasi's speech was truly inspirational. How many of you could relate to her when she talked about finding a job? What was the secret that made Yasi's speech so relatable? There was a very interesting hook. She started out going straight to the moment. Looking at my laptop, there was a painful silence of nothing. Then she asked about a question. Raise your hand if you have felt something similar before, applying but not being able to be accepted. By having this two-part hook, you already instantly build connection with the audience because you bring them into your story straight away. And then you ask a question that breaks the ice, connecting with the audience. This way, you have instant relatability and connection with all the audience and can start from a very good start because what I said first forms the first impression and first connection with the audience. The second thing that she did well was her movement. Throughout her speech, she started off at the left position, and then as she went to her different job, she moved down. And as she went to digital marketing, she moved down again. This visual signposting clearly shows us the progression of her story and helps us see exactly where she's at. She also used good movement when she was talking to her HR, talking here, and then the HR person replies down here. This also visually shows us the contrast between her and the HR person talking. By adding this movement to your speech, you're able to better signpost and give a visual storytelling element to your speech. This way, your audience is better able to understand exactly where you are in your speech and also who is talking of the speech. I just to bring your speech to the next level and make it from relational to relatable to relational are two suggestions. The first one is to add more contrast. You started off with a brilliant hook saying you couldn't find any emails. I felt like you can contrasted it better in your changing statements. For example, at the start, I had to send out 100 emails, but no reply. Now I get 100 emails a day, and I don't know which one to look into. Something like this can show the clear contrast between your previous situation and where you are right now. The second thing that you can improve is using more showing of your gestures instead of just telling. For example, I was going to work 9 to 5, going to office politics, talking and trying to play games with them. And then the next day, the same thing, going 9 to 5, talking and playing games again. Every day was the same. And also, I worked so hard until one day, my hand just couldn't move anymore. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't even touch my laptops or type a single word. The pain was going right through my palm. By adding more visual gestures and storytelling, you're able to show clearly exactly what you're saying and help pull us, the audience, into the moment. And so in summary, you had an amazing hook with your story and question. And also, you had good. Yeah. I can further improve the speech. What you could improve on was using more contrast and more showing of your gestures. And with that, back to you. What's my there?
Hey, so we have come to the last topic, or last development of today's chapter meeting. We have with us Vincent, who will be evaluating Henry's speech The speech title was I Picked Fight with My Mentor. I would like to introduce Vincent. So Vincent is practically a Toastmaster fossil. That's what he calls it. He has been in the Toastmaster movement since 2009 and considers himself a dinosaur. By days, he is a certified financial planner and chartered financial consultant, helping clients navigate life's financial roadmaps. By night, he dives into two loves, investing and learning the science behind a great laugh. So whether he's growing portfolio or punchlines, he's looking for ways to get the maximum dividends life can offer. So please welcome Dynamic Leadership 5, Vincent Chua. Over to you.
It's like limit to follow me.
Oh, okay. I just realized. If I could eat that apple strudel, I believe I would also be in heaven. That's from a foodie to a baker. So please bring your apple strudel next time. Enchanting afternoon, Club President, fellow foodies, and to you, my dear baker. Today, I shall not evaluate you on the dessert, but rather on this chicken soup that you have brewed for us. Why did I say chicken soup? If you notice, his title was a very bold one. I picked a fight with my mentor. Oh my God. This sounds so wrong. But he delivered it with vocal variety, body language, and more importantly, humor, which is very, very difficult. Coming back to vocal variety, what has he done right? There were places where he did very fast. He spoke slowly. My mentor gave me the map. I followed through. I went through it thoroughly and I got it. There was emphasis. Then came the body language. He took out his phone. And there, my mentor on my phone. No, I'm not fantasizing any females over here. It's a chat GPT example. And then the last part, he talked about the humor. All these are very flavorful content that helps the speech to make it enticing and engaging. However, this soup may not be very favorable to all. Why do I say that? Because it is like the black chicken soup. Anyone here loves black chicken soup? So yes, let me audience real life statistics.
I like point.
So how do you turn that black chicken and ugly duckling into a pretty one? The first things first is to add MSG. What do I mean by MSG? It's your key message. So if I understand your key message as discussed earlier, which is you want to have a twist to it. This twist is about today the mentor can only bring you so far. But in order for you to continue the journey further, you need to take that leap of faith and continue and do it yourself. But this leap of faith is not that easy. So what can we do to make it into a positive spin? First, you need to first listen, right? Because as a prodigy, someone who's still learning, I need to listen first. Then I need to learn and adopt. The last but not least, I need to take that leap of faith and do something that is unconventional to that mentor. That is the part where if you can add this spin to it, that is where you can have your bars. In conclusion, you are a fantastic presenter. Your vocal variety, body language, and humor is really very nice. If you can add a little bit more MSG in terms of listening, learning, and leaping, that will make that black chicken soup into a very flavorful chicken soup for every one of us. Back to you, Toastmaster.
We have come to the end of this segment. You think, can we have a timer to please?
There was spoke for 3 minutes 22 seconds. Alicia, 3 minutes 22 seconds.
2 minutes,
3 minutes,
3 minutes.
22 seconds.
So then, like,
Additional for 4 minutes,
within
0 seconds.
4 minutes. Again, but it's
Example code for 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Vincent spoke for 3 minutes, 17 seconds. And what are different items for voting? I would like to.
Again, the hand not eligible.
Everybody is assigned to vote.
And so we'll have no voting.
Right.
Yeah. For the voting to happen, we need at least three eligible participants. But because we have two already not eligible for voting because of time.
President, us sitting president.
Oh, Sabrina, do you want to? You can still vote. Okay, then we go ahead and the voting.
Yeah. This pauses here. Like we need doing itself. Some places like the pauses that radius. We this
So all that eligible, right?
Oh,
No,
only two, only two.
Oh, I need to present those.
thing, but
Okay.
that's exaggeration.
President is kind, yeah.
So Alice.
Yeah. That's fine. What's the thing? What's the thing? Cannot push me there.
I never want to buy it.
Cannot win that.
Yeah.
It was too big.
Yeah, well, that's this is magic. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just so this is 6 hours. I have to do that. Yeah.
And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Zhao EP for a general evaluation and feedback. Let me introduce Toastmaster Zhao EP. EP left the workforce to become full-time mother when her baby was born. She followed her daughter to Toasties online clubbing when the COVID-19 pandemic started in April 2020. He joined Toastmasters in March 2022, in time to be a charter member of SGIT, the Singapore International Toastmasters. 1 month later, he also became a member at Lanky Advanced International Toastmasters Club. Over to you, DP.
Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. This is only the third time I'm doing the general evaluator role. The first 2 times was because I was doing my level 5 and this pathways enhancement kick in, and I had to add 2 general evaluator roles to the leading roles. So otherwise I wouldn't have ever thought of taking up general evaluator role. So hope I'm improving in GE. So as for today, I see that the room is very well lit, the very pleasant looking room, and the sitting arrangement is very good. But I noticed that this thing, I think it's the feng shui position for Whampoa because it is here. And when you stand here, it is very hard for the speaker to turn so much to look at the left side. And also quite difficult for people on the left side to look at the speaker's face. But very cleverly, many of the speakers left the lectern and came here. And they were mostly standing here, which means that they would need to turn back to look at the other issue, engage with the other people. If possible, I would think that if you can speak from here and still let everyone hear you, this may be a better position. So I will try to stand here, although my voice is generally not loud enough. This is what all my evaluators tell me. So I tried standing here today. So at the beginning, the TMD from UPE invited everyone to start the meeting. And since the theme of the meeting was let go in order to grow, so he invited every one of us to give our thoughts on the thing. So from there, I learned that Safarin likes to bake brownies and play piano. Very interesting, and also doing home baking business. After that, Jasmine Haley was invited to be the first speaker. And she quoted from the book by Dale Carnegie, How to Start Living and Stop Worrying. I was reading this book in my secondary school, and my teacher saw me reading this book, and they said, why are you reading this book? You have a lot of worries. So I hope you use that book to help you to get over worries. Actually, that is a very interesting book, very light-hearted book from Dale Carnegie. So after that, what were my pointers? I was thinking of this thing because it's slanting, therefore it's harder for the speaker to engage with the audience on the left side. So then we have the shadow, the shy person giving his speech. It was very interesting speech. And I was wondering, the video you showed us, or was it just photo? Did the person know that you were taking the photos of him?
It is a clip from a movie. So it's not.
It's scripted, yeah, scripted from the weekly.
I thought you went to the toilet and saw the
I
actor.
did see, and it was very similar to this. Yeah.
Oh, so they made a movie of such thing
Yeah, such a
happening in
person.
Japan. I see. So do you have the comments from other people on that? On that workers his way of attending to this class?
I'm sorry, I didn't follow your question. Can you say that again?
Because you show us that if you were impressed by the attention the person gave to the other bowl using the hand to clean with a drop of chemical probably. What were the comments from other viewers?
Oh, nobody said anything. It was only me. I saw them and I was impressed.
Oh, but it was a clip. You saw a movie clip.
No, two things. I went I was in the Japanese toilet and I saw this man clean it with a hand. Okay, without just the gloves and clean it. And what you saw in the video was very similar.
But it was not a photo or video taken by you.
No, I think he'll be jailed if he did. What he's saying is he took it from a clip, movie clip. That's what he saw in real life. Yeah. If he did take the video, I'll be worried about getting looked
Whether they will people who view, they will give comments.
Yeah.
See the comments. It will be interesting to see what the comments are. Okay, so then there was this the speech title, yeah. The TMD introduced a speaker and then he read the project purpose and then he gave the speech title. I think normally we let the evaluator read the speech purpose, then hand back to the TMD, and the TMD will read the speech title before the speaker start to give the speech. Not at the beginning, before calling the evaluator to give the purpose of the project. So we will not mention it at the first time, one time only. After that, we didn't read the speech title.
Don't mind me interjecting on this portion. This is something I thought I wanted to highlight to TMOD after that, but I thought since you highlighted it, it will be a good learning experiences for all. So don't take it personally. In Toastmasters, there's this particular format, what we call poets. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with. So if you follow this format, it's easy for you to remember. First will be the project of this particular person that's doing level 1, project 1 icebreaker, for example. Okay, and then the objective. You invite the evaluator to read out the objectives, or right now they are calling the purpose statement. So that's your O and E, followed by timing sequence. So sometimes for icebreaker, usually it's only 4 to 6 minutes. The other speeches are 5 to 7. So generally, if like in today's situation, it's all 5 to 7. Subsequent ones you do not need to repeat. You just need to make it full. You just need to share the first timing, followed by the title, and the last one will be the speaker's intro. The reason why we put the speaker's intro as the final one is because as the MC, our role is to tee up the speaker when you come up. So the audience will be excited to want to listen more. So if you put the speaker's intro at the start, it's not that it's wrong. It's just that the entire build-up is not as impactful as if it was at the final one before the speaker final comes. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
But we are supposed to make it a bit mysterious. Who's the next speaker? So we say the next speaker will give this project, and then the TMD will give the speech title and mention the name of the speaker. But some exciting things we look forward to. Thank you.
Thank you.
So after that, Dayasti was called to give a speech. So she was at the lectern, cleverly she left the lectern and then she was in the middle doing all the facial expression, hand gesture, and the body movement. As mentioned by the developer, you signposted your gradual the progress of your story. And then we have the TMD calling up the fourth speaker, Hendrin. Hendrin came to the center and engaged with everyone all around the room. Everyone particularly. So there was very good of us to do that. But it takes a lot of courage to leave the lectern, you know. A lot of time I would have just stayed here, like it's a comfort zone of this barricade protecting me for all the people around me. So then we have the table topic master. The table topic master is a very pro MC, I think. And this is the time I'm seeing her at a meeting. So she has all the table topics for everyone, which is also based on the theme of the meeting. Actually, I am wondering, do we need to just follow the theme of the meeting? I have asked my mentor, he said, no, we do not need, we can have some, but we can have the liberty to introduce other topics not related to the theme. Because right at the beginning, you already asked everyone to give a comment about the theme. And then after that, every table topic is also on a theme. Maybe we can add variety. No need to be always the same thing. And about table topic question, I was told that it is best that the table topics is about 6 words, maybe 6 to 10 words, but not long one. And then tell us, you give a scenario and then ask the person to comment. That seems a bit too long. But then there are clubs, especially the Chinese clubs, that give idioms and ask people to make a story out of this. This is very tough, I think. It's testing your knowledge of the Chinese of the language, But in Toastmaster, I think we want to encourage people to speak their mind. Speak their mind means tell what they feel in their own words. No need to further interpret what the table topic is all about. Maybe there is something you can consider. Then we come to the evaluation side. I like the evaluation from Edward, where he understood the speaker. The speaker was trying to understand her preparation in Chinese, and then she spoke in English, so there were language structure that here you know that it is not a very fluent English structure, but it's very commendable for the speaker to be able to do that. So well done. Then we have Alicia. Alicia recommended the speaker to have backup plans when your computer slide couldn't be shown on the screen. Use the manual method. So actually, when we read at the enhancement guideline from TI about how to present our seminar, they also recommend if you want to use the PowerPoint slide, make sure you have the devices and the technology, and you have partners to help you present the thing on site or hybrid. So therefore, it is not imperative that you use computer. Use the manual one, or even if you can describe the scenario, no need. After all, we are speakers. We are not writers. So because if the person can listen to you, oh yes, which makes me think, anyone had interesting political speeches where the politician write on a whiteboard or look at the slides? No, isn't it? Lee Kuan Yew speaks or the Obama speaks. It's just eating off the mouth and people will just be mesmerized. We should be like that. And of course, for someone not so good in computer, I recommend that also. So, available for your understanding of the speaker and for Alicia to show us that they will always have backup plans. And I think there is such a lot of stage place here. We should make use of it. Yes. So not just circumscribe like those figures around here. What more is there to say? I think I shall end my speech now. It is red color already. Thank you.
Any other feedback? Where we have a lot of guests from different clubs. I'd like to hear from you. What did you like, or what things can improve and be done better? Anyone wants to add?
I think everything was good. Even the online session, which is first time I'm seeing, so which we don't have enough available now. Maybe I can do this in our as well. And apart from that, I think everything is very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think Edward.
I think I'll say
the same thing. This is the first time I'm attending a hybrid meeting. I think one thing that I liked is that you had a very informal way of engaging everyone, right? Everybody was given a chance to speak. That breaks the ice, and that was very effective. As the others have spoken, there is a structure to Toastmasters, and if you follow that, things become better. But what you've achieved in terms of making everybody comfortable, that's a difficult task. You've done the difficult task. The easy ones is, I'm sure, we'll do it. Thank you so much.
May I ask?
Yeah.
Is this a hybrid meeting? Okay.
Yeah.
You can consider it a hybrid meeting. So, yes, because our member Chief couldn't attend physically, so we have it hybrid. We always have hybrid, and also for recording purposes, so that our members can review their speeches. So after this, it will be uploaded to our YouTube.
Oh, the
Yeah.
YouTube one, so we can view it and.
Yes, correct.
Just share the link.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Then you click like and follow us.
Please subscribe and like.
I think you're.
And if you have any help, go to her for digital marketing.
Anything, Cindy, you want to add? Okay, thank you for that. With this, we have to come to the end of this section. I would like to invite Lois Sabrina for reverse presentation. Alicia.
Sorry, guys, I need to keep focusing on that. Right, on my phone, and do it.
Yeah. So we have the first winner of the best speaker. Drum rolls, please.
Photographer, please. We will stand in front of our banners of anything. Yes. And then we Thank you, congratulations.
Next time we can have a party, if we can have a party for this. That's the matter.
Yeah,
Huh?
so why don't we do a photo now? Last one, because it's gonna be moving.
Yeah, alright. You can also fix a flag and one party.
Another party.
We're not gonna go for our
Alright. How this so fast one? Everybody come with do selfie, later you do the photo one.
Yeah. I think it's.
So we're gonna move this side. Everyone move this side.
Yeah. Oh, move that side easier. Okay, everybody move here easier, right? Okay. For Sandy, you ready first? You're able to get it, but we need to
Oh, you can adjust.
Yeah.
Shift.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, hold this one.
Set number 7 seconds.
Okay, so I can see everybody, yeah?
Okay.
Cindy also, ah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
1, 2.
Somebody gotta cut off.
Yeah.
Take it.
Okay.
The corner gotta cut off, sorry. Okay, it's, adjust a bit. Yeah, that's good.
Hey, one more.
I hit the button.
Okay, can.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, next time we have one.
Another one.
No, for that.
Yeah. I'll see.
This is for my last week though. Yes, I think you guys do.
That's it. Very good. That's good enough.
Thank you, Vincent. Great comments.
I think
Things are pretty.
Okay, so drum rolls for the best table topic speaker. Yeah, yes.
Yes, three.
No.
Yes.
Cindy.
It's
Everybody.
no worry, no worries. I will help you to hold. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay.
Then our last drum rolls for best evaluator.
Vincent.
Best evaluator is Vincent.
I'm sorry. Okay. You a bit like an education computer. You.
With this, we have come to the end of today's chapter meeting for the feedback. And I'd like to invite Noel Sapina for the closing.
Oh, okay.
Over to you.
That would be all for our 2025 Whampoa Center meeting. And I guess that's all. We had amazing speakers about stop worrying, never give up on basic. And I also hope that you all enjoyed your refreshment breaks. Thank you for our evaluators for joining us. I thank all the guests for coming. I hope you had a great time. See you all next year. Back to you, Ian. Thank you.
Wow, this is very short and sweet. Yeah, you lost it. Okay, thank you, Vincent. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm from getting to know you as well.
Are you doing another photo taking or?
Yes, let's take photo taking.
So